I told my wife I wanted to grow a mustache. She said I was going to look like a Frito Bandito cantaloupe. Oh, good morning, everybody. How are you? I kind of wanted to start today's show by giving a tribute to great Cajun chef by saying, hey, how you all are? And that's Justin Williams. He was a great Mississippi PBS TV host, and he did a lot of great Cajun dishes, Creole dishes down from Louisiana, Mississippi Delta area. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a jambalaya. Jambalaya. I'd like to sing the song Jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo, but I don't know how to sing, so I won't sing that song. So let's just dive right into this and get going. So I have my mise en place already done, which you guys all know is everything in its place. And this is kind of an all-encompassing meal, if you will. So I've got some chopped ham here ready to go. Okay, and let's go ahead and start with a little bit of oil. So we moved to Studio D today. I just put in about a third of a cup of oil. I want to give this all a nice saute. I'll make sure that that's on. I'm going to get that nice and sizzling while I go through the rest of the ingredients here. So I got some beautiful chopped ham. Okay. I've got some beautiful shrimp. I've got a little bit of chicken, half of a chicken breast. I've got some Portuguese sausage right there. Okay, I got some Portuguese sausage. So what I'm going to do on my Portuguese sausage, I'm going to cut that up first since that's the raw element. Or the chicken is raw. This is already cooked. All I'm going to do is cut this on the bias real quick. Just give it a little bias. So the reason why I'm doing this today, actually, guys, is we started doing our delivery service or pickup here at Papakona Restaurant. So we're having weekly theme nights. So I'm thinking about adding a Cajun night, Cajun in Paradise, if you will, to our repertoire for you to choose from. So we're looking to add that on the menu. So again, always reference papakona.com. Check out our website for all the new menus that are posted. It's pretty easy walkthrough. Even I could do it. So that makes it a really easy walkthrough website. Simple to do. So I've got some chicken here. So I'm going to just go ahead and dice that up and just get it ready to go. Nice big chunk of chicken. Okay. So it's all kind of the same size. I'm going to get rid of those gloves really quick. And I'm just going to dump in my vegetable. Should hear it sizzle. There we go. Little sizzle. Little sizzle. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sweat that down a little bit, okay? And get that, a little bit of that rawness out of there first. And then I'm going to go ahead and marry everything else. Let's take a look at what else we have here. I've got my rice, garlic, of course, okay? I've got some whole peeled tomatoes in sauce, okay? Easy, get that at any market. And let's go ahead and take a look at my plate over here. I've got the fixins for making a great Cajun spice blend, okay? Let's run through it really quick. I've got some celery salt, I've got some garlic salt, I have some cumin, I have some Old Bay. It's kind of a complete spice mix. I have some cayenne pepper right in there, cayenne pepper, chili powder. Right in the center there, I've got a little bit of coriander. I got quite a bit of oregano, onion powder, garlic powder. So that's about, I don't know, I can't count. It's a lot of spices there. But I'm going to kind of just add it happenstance. I'm going to go with my feel and my gut. You can buy these already done, and I would highly recommend if you're going to start doing Cajun food. There's one available at most markets. It's called Cajun Magic, and it's by one of the greatest Cajun Creole chefs of all time, Paul Prudhomme. Another great TV chef, okay? That's another great one. I'm going to wait on the shrimp. I'm going to just leave that there. I'm going to go ahead and add in my chicken right now. Okay, in the chicken goes. I'm going to go ahead and put my Portuguese sausage right here and get it ready to go. And I can get rid of this cutting board now. Just rinse my hands off down below here really quick. Okay, so I did touch the raw chicken. And I'm going to go ahead and glove up again. Get another set of gloves on. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and just start dropping those spices in. Again, you may want to just get an already done spice. If you were to search, Google search Cajun spice blend, it can give you all sorts of different ratios. So I'm just, you guys know I cook a lot by feel. Okay, a lot of chili powder there. I'm going to hit it with a lot of the onion powder. I like that flavor. A lot of garlic powder. Hit it with a lot of cayenne and a lot of that Old Bay seasoning. So you saw how I measured that, right? That was a proper measurement. Proper measurement. So I'm just kind of getting that all up to a nice little pastiness. I'm not even worried about cooking the chicken yet because it'll cook the rest of the way with everything else, okay? So, I'm going to add in a little bit of that tomato right now and cook it down and get some of those spices mixed in with it. Okay? And right here I've got a little bit of chicken stock. That's not going to go quite yet. We're going to do our rice first. Just going to add in, that's about 2 cups of rice. So this is going to be quite a substantial meal. Okay, so I want to get that rice incorporated and get it coated with all those seasoning and flavors. I'll go ahead and add in a little bit of garlic. Why not? I'm going to add in, is that enough? There, that's enough. A lot of people think in Cajun Creole cuisine, garlic is king. And you notice that first 3 bits of things that I put in there, just to recap what that was onion, celery, and bell pepper. And in Cajun cuisine, or Creole cooking, that's called the Holy Trinity. I'm going to go ahead and add in those cooked meats right now. So that was the cooked ham and the Portuguese sausage. I'm going to just blend that all together. So guys, you guys are at home and you're doing all these dishes and you're trying new things out. This I must say was one of the very, very first dishes that was in my repertoire. It was after a trip to New Orleans, and I bought a whole package of spice blends, and I actually ended up buying the Cajun Magic, kind of a tourist package of all the spices, and had a little cookbook. And this is Paul Prudhomme's Cajun recipe that's kind of been stuck in my head for eons. Boy, it's strange what dwells inside my head. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to treat this more of a risotto method of doing this. I'm not going to cover it. I kind of altered it to my cooking specifications. Now you'll notice I didn't add my shrimp in yet, right? Because I'm going to take them out of the sun. They're going to cook rather quickly, so I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to taste the rice, and I'm going to say, self, how much more cooking time do I have on my rice? And I can normally get that by biting it. And the more you cook rice and the more you experiment with rice, you'll start to get those techniques down. So you see how beautiful that already looks? It already looks gorgeous. Now, in New Orleans, you can get this a couple of different ways. Some places will make all the tomato sauce, the chicken, all the andouille sausage, the Portuguese sausage, and mix it all up into more of a red sauce, and then they'll pour that over white rice. I don't particularly like that way. I really like how the rice takes the flavors a little bit deeper into the rice grain that way, rather than just a white rice being the second banana to the jambalaya mixture itself. So I've got this up high. I want this to happen rather quickly. We actually had to move to Studio D because right down the way it's blowing at about 40 miles an hour. It's pretty awesome because my hair was blowing all over the place. But if you'll check out behind me, beautiful day. We got a west swell coming in Beat My Background. Hashtag Beat My Background. There were some surfers out here earlier. It looks like the wind blew it out a little bit, but they were about 6 feet earlier. It's kind of a nice day. So back to my rice over here, guys. So I'm doing more of a risotto method rather than bringing it up to a boil, lowering it to a simmer, and then covering it and cooking it for about 18 minutes, okay? I'm actually trying to speed up this process. I'm trying to speed it up. It's more of a boil, and I want that rice to cook a little bit quicker, and I want the absorbency to happen a little bit quicker. So you can see the liquid, how it's starting to absorb out. And again, this is going to be a question that you're going to ask. Well, how much did I add? I added about a cup of each so far to 2 cups of rice. Your normal ratio that you're going to want to always try and shoot for with rice cooking is 2 to 1. 2 parts liquid, 1 part rice. So if there's 2 cups of rice, let's do some quick math. Let me take my shoes off. And then I go 1, carry the 7, 9. So 2 times 2 equals 4. So that means 4 cups of liquid, right? Yeah, 4 cups of liquid. Double. 2 to 1. See, that wasn't too hard, right? There's a reason why I avoided the math side of the campus in college. I made it all the way without ever taking a math class. Lucky. So that was a good time. I'm going to give it a taste. Let's see how my spice blend is working. I'll also get a gauge on the rice. It's actually quite crunchy. I want to add a little bit more of this onion powder, a little bit more of that oregano, and some more cayenne pepper. A little bit more cayenne. I want a little bit more kick to it. Hit it with a little of that coriander too. It definitely didn't need any more of the salt. So see how that's happening? It's already, you see it starting. Now you got to make sure when you're doing it, this technique, you got to stir the bottom of the pot. Since there's tomato in there, that'll actually scald on the bottom and burn. So when I'm scraping, if you'll see, I'm scraping a clean line. I'm getting everything off the bottom, okay? So see how that's evaporating out really nicely? That's looking great. So I'm going to go ahead and add in just a couple more of these beautiful tomatoes and a little bit of that juice. There you go. Yeah, what the hell. Get it all in there. I like my jambalaya to be a little bit more on the liquidy side, okay? Almost like a rice porridge, if you will. I don't like it to be stacked up. I really like it a little bit more on the moist side. Oh, that looks so good already. So, real quick while that's cooking down a little bit, just to recap what I was talking about earlier. On our website, we're doing several menus coming up. Actually, for tomorrow, we're going to be doing a Korean barbecue kalbi short rib with fried rice and some scallion pancakes, which I actually did right here in Studio A. Really, really great dish. You have to place your order by 3 o'clock today, so don't forget, place your order for tomorrow. You can get a nice white chocolate macadamia nut cookie cooked by yours truly. Nice brownie as well. I'm doing all the baking here at Papakona. Lucky they have an executive chef that loves to bake as much as he loves to do savory. We're a rare breed. So next week's menu is already up online. We've got a night we're going to be doing on Saturday night next week. Actually, I know this one by heart because it's actually my mom's birthday, May 23rd. We're going to be doing the Paris in Paradise. We're doing the beef bourguignon. Again, you've seen it right here on roller derby. Check out that menu for Saturday night. Remember, any menu you like, you'll have to place the order by 3 o'clock the day before. That helps me get it all prepared and into the can ready to go for you, so it can be either delivered or picked up. The other great thing about what we're doing is you can have a nice growler of Ola Brew delivered right out to your house. Special. Can't beat that. Get dinner and a growler, or we have some beautiful wine selections for you to choose from. So let's turn our attention here. You guys have all seen this. This is Tabasco. It's one of the most famous Louisiana products of them all. I think it's right up there in the top 5 of Louisiana products. So Tabasco, what's different about it is it's a vinegar sauce, and it's actually it's made with what's called the Tabasco pepper. That's why it's called Tabasco pepper. You'll see some other Cajun type sauces like this, okay? They're cayenne pepper based, okay? Cayenne pepper based. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of that in. See me measuring? See how I'm measuring? I could have, so I think I do. Let's go by the measurement. I just used a half a bottle. Okay, half a bottle. That may not be enough. How am I going to know if it's enough or not, guys? How? Tell me. Tell me out in TV land. Taste it. Correct. So, let's see how we're doing. I'm thinking that I'm getting right at adding chicken time, or adding the shrimp time. Yep, I'm right there. I'm going to turn that down just a skosh. Make sure I continue to stir that bottom. I can feel it already trying to stick. Okay, feel it trying to stick. I'm going to add in a little bit more chicken stock, chicken broth. Okay, so I'm going to let that cook out, and let's go ahead and add in our shrimps. Shrimp salad, shrimp gumbo, shrimp etouffee. Sorry, a little Forrest Gump for you there. All right, so I'm hoping that this is all going to come together now. And again, take a look at the shrimp, okay? What color they are. They're very, very gray in tone. Great thing about cooking shrimp is they're one of the easiest things for you to cook because they'll tell you when they're done. They turn nice and bright pink, okay? Okay, that's great. Let's go ahead and get our spice plate out of the way. Got a little, I actually tried to chop the parsley on the other side. It was actually comical. We should have had the video on me doing that. As I was chopping it, it was blowing away. Would have actually been a good scene for this class, but we had to move studios. Thank God we're large enough here at Papakona, which I think is going to be really to our advantage once restaurants do get to open up. We have so much space here that you'll be able to come down, spread out, have people away from you, hang out with a few of your friends at least, and get out of the house and take in our beautiful bay. Okay, we're hoping that happens real soon. Stay tuned to your local government authorities. Okay. So you can see how this dish is definitely more of a one-pot meal, if you will. It's got all that beautiful goodness in there. I got the celery, I got the green bell pepper, I got the onion, I got the tomato, okay? And just a heady aroma coming off of it. It smells good. Okay, but let's take a look at our shrimp right now. Let's pull one up. Come here. So you can see it's still not quite pink. Although you're seeing the red on there, I'm looking in here. Okay, it's very gray still, almost a white. I want it to turn pink. That shrimp also is going to add a nice shrimpy essence to this. Shrimpy? Shrimpy? Shrimp-esque? Let's see where our rice is. It's getting there. Got probably just about 3 more minutes. Okay. I'm going to finish that up. While that's going, I'm going to go ahead and get my plate ready for presentation. So like I said, guys, this is going to be a menu item hopefully coming up on our selections. I'm guessing I would serve it with some beautiful cornbread. And I'm also thinking come with a pecan pie, a little mini pecan pie to go with it, so you have a little dessert. I don't think that you can go wrong. It's funny as that came to my mind when I started doing the jambalaya for today. It actually flashed me back to a pecan pie that I actually had, and I still remember, and it was actually in New Orleans. I went for Jazz Festival, and we had arrived, and we were still kind of on Los Angeles time and Los Angeles attitude. And we went to the concierge and said, hey, we want a little pie or something. Oh yeah, go down the street, walk down this alley and walk into this restaurant. I mean, I thought, I kind of feared for my life, to be honest with you. Walked in, said I'd like a pecan pie, and I ordered it. About a half hour later, no pecan pie. I'm still waiting. And being on LA idiot time, I said, what's happening back there? Are you guys baking the pie or what? And she said, yeah, we are. So it was actually a fresh baked pecan pie that came out with a nice dollop of French vanilla ice cream right on top. And it was the most delicious pecan pie that I've ever had, and I remember it to this day. And I'm talking, this is 1995. So if you're going to do some math, if I would have to do that math, I'd really have to take my shoes off and estimate how many years ago 1995 was. It's a long time ago, right? Okay, let's take a look at our shrimpies. Look at how nice they are now. Turning color, got that orange pinky color on them. Okay, I could also feel them by how firm they are that they're finished. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the heat. We'll just check our doneness on our rice one more time. Now, this is critical, guys. You guys gotta make sure you do this. Gotta test the doneness of your rice. That's fantastic. So let's go ahead and pull this down here. And I'm just going to spoon this out.
What kind of rice do you use?
I actually used a medium grain rice on this one. You can use a long grain rice. The one I wouldn't use is I wouldn't use a short grain rice because short grain rice has a tendency to be very starchy. Short grain's better for your sushi rice, if you will. Get a couple of them shrimps right up on top. Show them off. Oh yeah. I know your mouth is watering. I know that when I put this up on the menu, you guys are gonna go for this one quite a bit. Now, suspend disbelief and picture it with a nice side of cornbread right there next to it. To quote Justin Williams again, or Justin Wilson, Justin Williams. Justin Williams is a hockey player. Justin Wilson. This one I guarantee. Guarantee. Let's go ahead and pull a little parsley apart since it's going to blow apart on me. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I love it. Might as well taste it one more time. Give it the college taste test. What's amazing is how the shrimp pick up that Cajun flavor so readily. And boy, is that woo! Woo-wee! Wow. I could just feel it on the back of my tongue, that cayenne pepper. And that's what's funny. You'll hear the term in a lot of Cajun cuisine as piquant. Picante. That word picante or piquant actually means pricks on the tip of your tongue or the back of your tongue. You'll feel that picante. It's almost like you're feeling thorns in the back of your tongue. That's where the word piquant comes from. And that's what cayenne pepper actually does. It gives it a piquant flavor. So, jambalaya, keep an eye on this at papakona.com. We'll be putting that on the menu for sure. Really, really delicious. If you want to try it at home, guys, there's thousands of different jambalaya recipes out there. Tailor it to what you like to do. Just remember about the Cajun spice. You can make your own or you can buy it already done, yeah? So, once again, not to reiterate and be redundant, papakona.com. I can't tell you to go there enough. Visit that site. It'll tell you everything that's going on. We are approaching getting to the thought processes of reopening depending on government issues, but again, stay informed on our website. We'll be keeping you abreast there. Any order you place has to be done before 3 p.m. for the next day, okay? Just keep that in mind. We can deliver it, or you can come here and pick it up if you want to get out of the house, and I'm sure you all want to get out of the house. So, Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, Chef Chris here at Studio A, B, C, or D at beautiful Papakona Restaurant, 10 a.m., Facebook Live. Tommy and Rachel, they're going to be running probably Tuesdays, Thursdays, but it's probably going to just be Rachel right now. Tommy is on a mission. He's on a mission. So we're not going to see Tommy for a spell. Anyway, mahalo, and we'll see you soon.